Hello guys, so here's another video, me talking about different battery options that I use with my, usually with my larger cinema cameras. Like here, for example, I have the Xlr Mini, and on here I have the V-mount battery plate. So I'm powering it always with V-mount batteries. So here's another set of V-mount batteries, lithium ions from another company. This one is Cinegears. And Cinegears, I've already reviewed a bunch of their products. They're a company that, you know, so far all the products I've tried, their products are like top of the line. So some of the other products that I really like from this company are, for example, the wireless follow focus system, which I've reviewed previously on my YouTube channel. But also they have a wireless video system that is, you know, full HD, SDI, HDMI, all that stuff. Works really well also with all sorts of cameras for a really long range. And if you're doing, you know, wireless, sort of a, you know, wirelessly basically operating focus or operating your camera, I think that's something that's crucial that you need to have. So they have those products, they're really great. Now I recently started using their batteries here, V-mount batteries, and what I like about them is that they come in different sizes that they offer them. They have, you know, all the basically things that I really need. Like, for example, this one is 250 watt hours, so it's too big to take on an airplane, but it's, you know, if you're just working with it for a camera like this thing lasts you easily 10 hours. So it's nice to just have a battery like that. It has the, you know, gauge here, which shows you how much juice you have left. You have an extra P-tap connection. You even have a DC connection here. So, you know, you can use it, and you can use it to power different things. Let's say like my external monitor, things like that. I can power it straight from the battery. Here I have another battery from Cinegears. And this one is 100 watt hours. So why would you want a smaller battery? For various reasons. So first of all, if you're traveling somewhere on an airplane, for example, you got to make sure that you have basically one of these smaller batteries, because you cannot go, I believe it's 160 watt hours, but always check with the airline before you go. Make sure that you know what's the maximum battery size. Now you can take multiple batteries. You just gotta make sure that none of the batteries, like each one of your batteries, isn't over a certain capacity. Otherwise, you'll have to surrender those. So that's one thing to watch out for, and that's one of the reasons why you might want to have a smaller battery. Also, what's cool about this battery is that because it is so much smaller, it's also a lot lighter. It just means that it's easier to work with it. So when I, for example, have my camera set up on like a Steadicam or a gimbal even, and if I want to power it with a battery, then I would usually put on a smaller battery, so just so I don't have to carry extra weight. And so this one is about half the weight of this battery and almost the same when it comes to the size, like almost half the size. So that's a nice thing about it. And it has the same, you know, has a power here gauge, so it shows you how much juice you have left, extra P-tap connection, DC connection. Now, if you want, they also give you other options, which I have up here. Here's another battery from Cinegears, and it's also 100 watt hours, but this one you'll notice it has has your standard V-mount here connection, has also the gauge like the other one, but it also has here another V-mount plate basically on the back of it. So what this allows you to do is, for example, let's say if you want to get like I said, you're traveling but you want to have multiple batteries, and let's say you want to, like this one is 100 watt hours, so let's say you get this one and this one. You can take both of these on a plane, but then let's say you get to your location, you want to be filming, and you actually want to have a battery with higher capacity to power, let's say, lights or whatever it is that you're using to power this. Well, you can basically stack the batteries on top of it, and if you had multiple of these, you could actually stack them even more. So that's a cool thing that you can do that. Also, this battery gives you, aside from the P-tap and the DC in and out connection, it also gives you a 5 volt, 1.0 amp USB connection here on this side. So that's a nice thing, because if you've been watching my videos, for example, and seeing my setup of the Xlr camera, you know that I'm using my do-it-yourself SSD solution, and that one I have to power it using a USB connection. So it's really nice to have that built in right into your V-mount battery, because it just means you don't have to have another battery basically powering your SSD. So yeah, it's really cool. Definitely check those batteries out. I'm going to provide all the links for where you can get these batteries in the description of this video, or as always on my website, which is tomantosfilms.com. And one last thing I wanted to show you is another thing from Cinegears is this dual battery charger. So that's the charger that I use to charge all of my batteries, my V-mount batteries. It's nice. It's fairly compact as far as chargers for V-mount batteries go. But yeah, it's good because it actually offers you the option to charge 2 batteries at once from one plug. It does not overheat. It actually has a built-in cooling system. So it will, when you plug this in, you will hear a little bit of this fan noise. I mean, it's not overly loud, but you will hear it. So just keep that in mind. But that also, you don't have to worry knowing that if you leave this plugged in, it's not going to overheat and burst into flames like has happened with some other chargers in the past. So that's a nice thing. Plus, like let's say you're on location, you have 2 batteries, you've been using them up, and you need to charge both of them. Plug them in, but let's say you still want to keep on shooting. Well, they provide you a 4-pin Xlr power output here. It's a DC power out, so you can engage it or disengage it here. So while you're basically, it's like you could say an adapter for your camera / charger. So it's kind of cool that you can do that. So you can be charging batteries and simultaneously powering your camera. So you can keep on shooting. Then here you have another switch, just for basically the main switch for the whole adapter. So again, that's from Cinegears, great company with a lot of great products. I'm going to be actually reviewing some other products from them, like for example this tripod here that this whole system basically staying on, including the slider and everything that I have. So again, whether it's their tripod, their batteries, or their wireless follow focus or wireless video system, so far nothing bad, good things that I can say about them. So make sure you guys check them out. Check out their website. You can get all the products there, or also you can get it on B&H and other places. So anyways, I'm providing all the links again in the description of this video. Check it out. That's it. Thank you guys.